This week on The Breakout.
The Navy CCA contract.
And a big hole in the ground.
It's the Minuteman.
Right, Minuteman. Welcome to Breakout. I'm Deputy Editor Lee Farron.
And I'm Valerie Insinna, the congressional reporter.
And the first thing we're going to talk about this time on The Breakout is a very secretive Navy program that we learned a little bit about. We're talking about CCA, Collaborative Combat Aircraft.
That's right. So before this, we didn't really know a lot about the Navy's CCA program. The Air Force has been very out there about who they're talking to, who's under contract, here's what they look like. The Navy, we basically know almost nothing.
That was until the reporting team led by Val got their hands on a Navy slide that opened the door a crack, saying that there are 4 companies under contract for CCA already, right?
Actually, there are 5.
Right, 5.
We've got Boeing, General Atomics, Anduril, and Northrop Grumman that are all under contract to start designing these aircraft. And then you have Lockheed Martin that is under contract to start doing the command and control.
And so I'm sure the slide gave a lot of details about how far these aircraft are going to fly, how big they are, what color they are, that kind of thing.
No, of course it didn't.
Yeah.
So basically, we still kind of know almost nothing about this program. We know that this aircraft is going to take off and land on an aircraft carrier. And we know that the Navy wants a pretty significantly lower price point than the Air Force, or at least it said it does.
A little more attritable in case?
Yeah.
Sure.
But I mean, the slide didn't really give us much more information about.
Which kind of fits a pattern for this whole program. The Navy has been very secretive, been holding all of its colors close to the vest. They did confirm that our reporting was accurate, so that's nice to know. But beyond that, we're going to wait and see if any more details leak out about this program. We'll be covering it all on breakingdefense.com. When we come back from the break, we're going to bring on Michael Marrow to talk about the first Minuteman to go offline.
At Leonardo DRS, our agility helps bring the ability to dominate in any scenario, on any platform, helping our warfighters accomplish the mission and get home safely. Leonardo DRS, our agility, your advantage.
Welcome back. We brought on Michael Marrow, our air warfare reporter, talking about the Minuteman transition to Sentinel. Michael broke some news late last week, that they have officially taken offline the first Minuteman silo during this transition. A milestone for a very interesting program. But how did you hear about this happening?
Right, so it all kind of started for us, at least, when we got some comments from a public town hall at Minot Air Force Base. The Air Force has been holding these town halls in anticipation of the Sentinel program coming online, where an official there said that discussing shutting down Minuteman silos, that the first one has been taken offline at F.E. Warren.
And we weren't quite sure what he meant by that, because that would be a fairly big step, not to have been made public kind of casually, honestly. So you asked the Air Force.
Right, and the Air Force told us that it's called LF5E10. That's Air Force terminology for this specific silo, which prompted more questions, mostly what does that mean?
Right.
So after working with the Air Force, getting some clarification, we were able to figure out that this was the first silo, as you said, to come offline as part of the transition to Sentinel. And the significance there is that the Air Force keeps 400 Minuteman missiles on alert, ready to launch at a moment's notice, and 50 additional silos that sit empty. So now, presumably, the Air Force told us that as part of this transition, there's not going to be any jeopardization of the land-based leg. They have to meet this requirement for 400 missiles on alert. So now I think you can probably assume that there's still, 400 missiles on alert, but probably now 49 silos.
You'd assume, sure.
In addition to that, that could host a missile now that one has been closed.
And like we're saying, this is a milestone for the program, but honestly, a very long way to go if you're going to replace all these. And for a very troubled program, the Sentinel program, there have been cost overruns. They realized recently they might just have to dig more silos for these new missiles.
Right. So last year, after a process known as Nunn-McCurdy, we were told that the Sentinel program, is billions over budget, years delayed, but that there's no alternative really to replacing the land-based leg. So Sentinel is still going forward, and really the main kind of driver of those cost overruns is the infrastructure portion.
Right, they can't use the new missiles in the old silos.
Right, so that's what they determined as part of the Nunn-McCurdy review. So officials are now saying that actually digging these new silos might save time and money, but there are skeptics that could be the case.
I'm sure there are, and we're going to keep a close eye on that. You can keep a close eye on us here at the Weekly Breakout. Make sure to like and subscribe to our videos so you get them ready in your inbox when they're good to go. And also their podcasts. You listen to podcasts?
Oh, yeah, sometimes.
I like some podcasts, commute, whatever. So search for us on your favorite podcasting platform. Till next time, I'm Lee Farron.
And I'm Michael Marrow.
Thanks for watching.